First of all, it's great that 20 years ago, Peter, Bernie, myself came over here. It's great that we're all together. And Bill and Keating, not as well as we used to, but my best friend right here, Dolph, went to school together. He's a lot more stories that he's wanted to speak to us, because I have a good thing on him. And thanks, Peter. Brother Ed, thank you. When I look at what they call virgin.
Kevin, you don't look like a virgin to me, man.
Ron, I deal in known for a long time, never sold him a piece. But I think we should. Kevin also is known for a long time. I have Kevin. Anyone knows the great Brady? Billy Brady Sr. is probably his biggest. Anyway, Billy sold him a lot of hydra with so there was a lot in those days. He didn't have that many stores. In those days, he didn't have a type. Quickly. Anyway, Granny didn't find out, didn't read the Sunday paper. His boss did. But Granny, another football player, state football player, goes to Syracuse, unblocked football player. They want to talk. Not looking at Granny. Anyway, Peter ended up in school. Is that right? So little. I don't know if you remember that story. I know you know Greg, the great Greg.
When is that good? We really realized he was to be really.
Peter played with Brady at Winkler. So, since played in the first, he was at a sponsor at Winkler. He knows him very well. Richard was very well Brady. But, Terry was great. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing, right?
Very hope. But before I go, I have one thing to do. We have one thing to do. We have to pick the mission.
What do you think?
We pick them for tomorrow. Then we got another day to pick for Thursday.
Oh, they get Friday. They get Friday.
We get Friday.
Oh.
Who we have? From the red team, Ted Bundy. Oh, from the white team, Ted Bundy. Right? And then it gets Joel from the
Joel's Thursday.
Joel's Thursday. You gotta read the meeting.
On that Joel.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Didn't you read it?
I would say carry it around around the That's right. Hey, Jimmy, thank you. Great. Lad who moved the world on spoken word. And I have it in a full blow that I'm saving.
It's developed yet.
Jimmy, sometimes I'll share my privacy. We have Eddie, thanks for filling in.
Don't worry, I have pictures of everybody's privacy.
Like you and you and
person closely over this period of time, but that's not the way we know each other. We know each other because we spent a week together, and that's what brought us together. It isn't that we have spent 10 years as close friends. It isn't that we went to college together. It isn't that we work together, that we live in the same neighborhood. Those are all different types of relationships. This is a relationship that exists in a moment of time. It won't exist again. This week won't come again. you won't be able to repeat it. What brings us together is the fact we spent this time together, and we'll never duplicate it. And I appreciate the week, and I'll never forget it. And this will be part of my life forever. I hope a part of your life forever. And thanks so much. Good job, man.
I don't know what happened, but I was talking to them. I and someone else, somebody, I don't know. So this happened, so we're going to. And so I'm talking to them, and no, I wasn't drinking. It was after golf and asking them, and it's like, oh, you look, I know. It was, I was complimenting who's the bride and, you know, the bridesmaids and all that. Oh, you look lovely, you know, that kind of bullshit, like, who's the mother? Oh, you're the mother. Are you a sister? You know, that kind of stuff. And then they said, why don't you come to the wedding? So I said, no, you know, I'm busy. So, I mean, we have these other things. So thank you. Well, I mean, we're doing stuff. You know, we got our agenda. So we played golf and then went to the vegan and we drank quite a lot. And then I walked back down. It's about a 2-minute walk. I walked back down and I don't know what happened. Okay? But I walked. I know it was only could have been alcohol that I walked up into my room, got my guitar, walked into the wedding reception, and there was a band playing, and I said, would you like me to play? I don't think they invited me. They invited me to come. So they said, oh, we'd love you to play, you know, because they're so much better. In fucking America, they'd be like, fuck you, get out of here. You know, throw this guy out. You know, here they're like, come on. You know, I go in, there's a microphone, the band, the Irish band, the paid band, just says, come on. And I just step up there and I play and preach it, and they're all singing. It was great. I made a mistake and played a second song that they didn't know, and I kind of got out of there. But the first one was a success, and they asked me to stay some more, and I said, no, I have to go back and drink some more. I have enough money to do that night. But it was like I never would have gone in there. I don't know what happened. I think there's one in the road. We spoke the last one an hour ago. So I took a necessary and she read her magazine. And the road over and
We thank the Royal Colonial Boys for accepting us rookies with toys. And best of all is the Mythic Supreme. He's not tall, he's not lean, but he's the best man on our team.
All right. was kind of worried about that. I was getting ready to be diplomatic about accepting the majority.
But what you don't know is people move up. I mean, down people tell you that. It's a struggle, but you're a great champion. That's all I want. So do we want.
Fine.
Very good.
Starter, but he's over there. Throw a few beers.
I think we had a good trip.
Great group.
You know, we had some challenges, you know, how do we make this anybody want to do, whereas that's a little later. Because we missed that other year. I always enjoyed that. Plus we can film it. I'm like an asshole. You do it on the That's great.
I got something that I would share with you.
Oh,
He probably like you for a while. You guys off your ass. And 10 years ago, Tommy asked me to come on a trip and I've gone over the old country, like golf and miles and Riverside. So, by the way, you know, I drove to the Wild Colonial. So we come over on the trip and, you know, you look at these and 10 years later, you sort of look back. Where do you work? You know, what are you doing? And, you know, from 97 to 99. In 97, I'm in the middle of a bad marriage. That's going south. Trying to figure out, do I have the courage to take my life where I want to take it? And, you know, not handling rejection real well, you know, now you're involved with 20 guys and you have this camaraderie. You get into lots of sidebars, conversations, and, you know, what the Wild Colonial Boys mean to me is gave me the courage and the confidence to take my life to the next level. And the Wild Colonial Boys isn't about golf. And, you know, this week was interesting. I played the best golf I've ever played in my life. And I took a lot of heat about being not enough. I will never be a 15. And then today, I had the lowest round I've ever had. And last night I'm thinking to myself, it's not about whether I win or not. I'm playing with Peter, who I admire more than I think he does. I'm playing with Matt. Matt and I go back to the beginning of my retail career. And every time I talk and think about Matt, I have so many warm memories. With a career that's been very, very good. So it's not about the golf. Yeah, we hit some good shots. We played great sports. But the camaraderie that you go through, you don't really realize it when you come over on the trip. So after 2001, we talked about the Darksiders and Colin, early stories, and I made the decision that the chemistry of the group was a little weird. That's really not what I was looking for. So I took a pass in 2000. I said, you know, I gotta get over this. It was about that. I miss camaraderie. Really. So I went to Pinehurst. Met some really and I got to know Doc and Calendly and Richard. And as you go through these experiences, understand who the people are and understand all the fun you have getting to know. And the last time that I had any relationship with Kevin was 15 years ago. And it was professional. And I didn't know him personally. And to be able to experience that with him was a very, very positive experience. And a lot. We sat on a camp for years. Yeah. And 15 years later, we got to hit a ball. You know, Norman,
so easy. Then I see Bernie's face, and I just started laughing because I remember the 13th at Tralee, my first trip. He's blown off the tee, and we said, "Fuck it, let's walk off the course." and those are the things you can take with you. So, while Colonial Voice, those two lines. Really favorite classes. You created something. It just shows you so many different lessons.
We're here for a good time, not a long time. And that's what this is. Because nobody knows. So we're here for a good time, not a long time. And, back home, I think sometimes our stuff is hard. Here, this is like, and I agree with Tommy, you get away from the cell phones and everything, it's like getting into another world, dreamlike. So,
You used to get away from the cell phone.
yeah, but it's more, even still, I think you do. And so you should have seen, Kiowa.
Yeah.
The difference is, unbelievable.
Here.
So, we're here for a good time, not a long time, and this is what this trip helps me do. So, thank you.
All right.
Cover story is not like the
Anyone?
I'm going to say a couple of things. This to me is such a great time. I think one of the great things about it is there's a core group that I come back and I see a year or two later and get a chance to talk to and have a great time. And they're all a great group of guys. And then every trip there's a new group of guys that comes in. And last time I was on a trip, I thought, man, these guys. And then this group was like unbelievable, right? So you get the opportunity to be with a great group of guys that you know, and then you get a chance to meet a whole new great group of guys. And a year ago, Easter Sunday, only because I was on the soul. I was with Terry, and I said, Terry, any chance you'd like to come with us on our next trip? While Colonial Boys are going back to our own. And Terry immediately said, if I can get on the trip, I'd love to. So I called Tom the next day and said, you know what, I have a great guy. I think it'd be great for this trip. It was just awesome to spend a week with Terry. And I got to tell you something. Anybody can take all the Ted Bundy of it, right?
That's funny.
I know he's a great guy, but man, after this week,
He's the best. Ted,
might be your brother.
Ted Terry, you're the best.
And then Tommy, you're unbelievable. You do this year after year. You make it better and better and better. I don't know how you do it, but it's just
And then, guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you look around, every day you come into the front. It ain't me. It ain't me. Everyone does something every day. Except if you're in that.
oh yeah, that's right. The Macy's and Jessica. Yeah, I'm gonna get a
ruler.
No, Kevin. I was the weather.
Okay.
That's the beauty, when I see everyone working, doing something, it's out of it.
Oh, the Macy's.
Hey, everyone know what mythic means if they like that? Yeah. It's Gaelic for after some. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to come, send checks for the second time, he knocked his wife out again. Number 6 kid. He had a plan. Never got a chance. Second time, he is funny.
I overheard the woman that ran Texas Rock, I forget her name. Ava. Yeah, Ava. She was in the kitchen with two other people explaining what a mythic was.
Yeah.
And she said, that's why these people are so nice to deal with.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Really? Yeah.
We really love the social media.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Gene, well, some of you don't know Gene. Gene was on our trip 2 years ago, and he committed, right, for this one, and then had to back out, paid his deposit, and back out. I mean, that story said tonight, but Gene was so damn much fun. And he's not a very good golfer, but he was never complained about anything, and had a great time. Went for swim at Waterville. Wow. He was just great. He was zero maintenance.
All you know is rescue club, right?
He's all the rescue club. He's all the rescue club, right? He has a different name for it. But I don't know if you all saw his email, but his email was that deposit made is deposit paid, and he wanted the deposit to stay within the group to pay for drinks for us, except for the BC guys. Just not them guys. I think that's what he said. That's what he said. Really, we owe Gene a coach. Yeah, absolutely. It really is such a great thing. Cheers. Yep.
And he'll be back.
And he'll be back.
COLONIAL was a good person closely over this period of time, but that's not the way we know each other. We know each other because we spent a week together. And that's what brought us together. It isn't that we have spent 10 years as close friends. It isn't that we went to college together. It isn't that we work together, that we live in the same neighborhood. Those are all different types of relationships. This is a relationship that exists in a moment of time. It won't exist again. This week won't come again. You won't be able to repeat it. What brings us together is the fact we spent this time together, and we'll never duplicate it. And I appreciate the week, and I'll never forget it. And this will be part of my life forever, and hope a part of your life forever. And thanks so much. Good job.